State Group, the Churninger and a Burning Funk, Doyle, Richmond. How you doing?
Good, Jeffrey. How you doing?
I'm well. You're going to be a happy guy because after a slight correction in the real estate market, when pretty much the rest of the real estate market in the country went down as flat as my career, Breckenridge had Summit County had a slight correction, but now we're coming back with a vengeance. I mean, I'd say this is the time to buy. Or do you think?
You know, I mean, shoot, doing this for 20 years up here, Jeffrey. I mean, it's no exact perfect science, but you can kind of feel when markets are moving one direction or the other. It certainly seems like as you just said, that the market's going to turn around, especially with the increased activity.
Right.
We looked at two charts. Prices have leveled off. Increased activity. When you tend to see those go in those directions, it usually means something positive for the people that are owning property up here in Summit County.
Now, on the other side of it, we were talking about possibilities for purchase. On the other side of it, how's inventory? And is now a viable time, perhaps to sell and then maybe upgrade? Or how's the inventory?
Yeah,
looking?
I mean, the inventory is good. I mean, just a kind of a historically typical year. Obviously we have a huge influx of visitors during the winter season. A lot of properties are on rental programs, so they're rented. Shorter days, just for from an activity standpoint.
Right.
So a lot of people kind of start looking at real estate in the winter. There's certainly people that know the market really well, either as a seller, obviously already a current owner, and looking to upgrade, like you said, or a person that's a repeat person. So we do make a fair amount of transactions during the wintertime because so many people visit, but a lot of times that's the introduction type period. And
they kind of test the waters.
Yeah, let's go figure out what's going on out there. We've been coming in X number of years, and we really like the Breckenridge, Copper, Keystone, whatever areas, and let's see what the market's doing, what values, what can we get, and I think people are happily surprised. Getting to that point is that, shoot, I mean. Everything is relative. I mean, our prices are it's still a fair amount of money, but when you start comparing to other resorts,
that's a good point.
Whether with just the state of Colorado, at Aspen or Vail or Steamboat and other areas, Crested Butte can have prices that are higher than us.
Yeah.
And I think you and I landed in Summit County, and everyone lands in Summit County for a number of reasons, but there's a huge plus factor with so many resorts, proximity to Denver, jump over the hill to Vail and Beaver Creek, and I think people just say, hey, I get so much out here.
Well, and also, if you're talking about potential, about maintaining the value and appreciation, when you're talking about the summit, just the sheer elevation kind of keeps it a consistent snow quality and less liable or vulnerable to the vagrancies of the weather. And that's why Summit County is just so consistent. Now, you mentioned Keystone, Copper, Breckenridge. What do you give us a smattering? What do you like, and where do you think is a good opportunity to invest? Take of all those three places.
Well, I mean, they're just going through a few pictures there in Keystone, and Dave and I, my business partner, Dave Greenberg, we tend to do a tremendous amount of real estate in Keystone. Certainly love Breckenridge and Copper and all the other areas. But again, if you're starting to talk about a value type area, I think that Keystone stands out what you can get from a value standpoint. No knock on Breck, but you look at the prices in Breck for a ski and ski out property, and you look at the value for a ski and ski out property in Keystone, you're going to save, not save, but the values could be anywhere from 25, even upwards to 50% difference.
Yeah, and we talked about it. Summit County has a better value than most resorts across the country, not even in the state. And that's why I tossed you that question, because I agree. I think Keystone seems to be just priced a little bit more favorably than some of the other places right now. Of course, it's always subject to change.
Just in general, because we're talking about general things and you can't push it to just one property in one area.
Right.
We're about 25% off the highs.
Right.
From the end of 2007, 2008. And so to your point is when the market was correcting itself across the country and you're seeing some pretty drastic moves.
Right.
Summit County held its values.
Yeah, it did. It was amazing.
And you look at the trend, the market trend. I mean, over the 20 years, it's gone up. So it's going to have these little flattening outs and dips. But overall, we've increased in value, and you and I can't guarantee, but it's been very well to you as an owner.
Oh, no
it's
kidding.
Been very well to me as an owner.
Right.
So, I mean, all you and I can do is speak about past experiences, and I think that's what people are looking at is that, there's a nice value there, as we said, but I also think, Jeffrey, I mean, we all came here for all the just endless activities.
Right.
And they just want to have their family or as a couple or as an individual more of those opportunities. And by owning a property, they know that they're going to be coming more and taking advantage of that.
Yeah, I mean, you could, whatever your investment might be. Like I threw a lot of money into Charlie Sheen Charm School, and and that could capitalize. But the bottom line is, real estate is an investment that you can use,
right,
and enjoy, and it's a legacy to your children. And also, if those uninitiated people are watching this right now, they're thinking, oh, well, this is kind of a pie in the sky, a dream. But actually, I mean, you can buy ski-in, ski-out lodging. We'll just take Keystone for an example. You could buy an efficiency or studio in Keystone for ballpark. I don't want to put you on the spot, but
you can actually be under the $200,000 mark for one bedroom.
For a one bedroom.
And a really nice one bedroom, not like a dump, like a very nice one bedroom.
You can't buy a one bedroom in Gary, Indiana for that price. so yeah, that is true, and that's just not like one unit that he's dangling out there because it's just such a great value. There are values in the Keystone area, ski in, ski out, for under $200K, and that's amazing.
That is amazing. And then you could take the whole concept too of hey, I have this really high taste. I mean, I like the $1 million type properties. I don't think I'll use it that much.
Right.
And the whole partial share market opens up another.
Now, what is that? Give me
well, when you own 25%. So instead of you, two of us, and Ashley, Prill, and Ty decide, hey, we're all go buy a property.
Right.
And we're going to buy it tenths in common. We're going to divide up the time.
Yeah.
So instead of trying to form that group, it's already exists out there, and you can go buy 25% interest. You can buy it and sell it just like any other real estate. So instead of being $1 million, you pay $250 roughly in rough price range.
Yep.
You're paying only a quarter of the prices, and you're still getting 13 weeks out of the year.
And so that is facilitated.
And it's real estate. It's not timeshare.
Right. That is facilitated by the real estate group. So I'll come in as an individual, and you'll hook me up with 3 other individuals that want a top-end property, and the 4 of us will go in.
Yeah, and there's a legal document, the owner's use agreement to protect everyone. And there's a calendar, and there's a budget. I mean, it's put together by attorneys. It's meant to be fair and protect everyone's interests. And there's a lot of trading amongst each other. Say, hey, Jeffrey, I can't make this week in March. Can you mind if we switch weeks? So that kind of stuff. So that's another whole concept that's been really popular.
That makes a lot. What's that called again?
It's the partial share market.
That's a nice deal.
Yeah.
Now it's the real estate group. Where you're located?
In Dillon. So real close by bottom of City Market, by across the way from Walgreens, Qdoba, Smashburger, Einstein's. So very centrally located. Do a tremendous amount of business over in Keystone, as I said. But we are doing a lot of business in the Silverthorne, Dillon, Frisco markets, and still helping people up in Breck too, because it's a great market up there too.
Yeah. Well, I live up there. That kind of
they let you out today.
Well, that kind of
I don't know how you got out.
That diminishes property value. Any neighborhood when I show up, it's like the Clampets moving into community.
I don't know how you got your get out of jail card.
Yeah, exactly. I don't get out of the kingdom that much. Well, Ashley's been working like a mule, so they wanted me to fill in, and they're just trying to work me while I have a few months left of my life. So, well, thanks, man.
Thanks for having me.
Check out the real estate. 20 years plus you've been doing
20
this,
years
right?
plus. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I used to look young.
Yeah, that's about the same age as Ty. We'll be back with more. Don't go away.